The story of Raghav and the restless merchant. Once upon a time, in the grand city of Anantapur, there was a wealthy but restless merchant named Raghav. His business was thriving, and he owned many properties across the land. But despite his success and wealth, Raghav was never at peace. He was constantly on the move, chasing after new ventures and opportunities, always looking for the next big thing. His heart was never satisfied, and his mind was always restless. Raghav's life was full of activity, but devoid of contentment. He woke up early in the morning and rushed from one meeting to another, traveling to different towns and cities in search of more wealth. At the end of the day, despite his successes, he felt exhausted, empty, and dissatisfied. One evening, after a long day of business transactions, Raghav was walking through the marketplace when he heard a beautiful melody coming from a small temple at the edge of the city. Drawn by the soothing sound, he decided to visit. Inside the temple, he saw an elderly man sitting in deep meditation, his face serene and peaceful. The air around him seemed calm, and his eyes exuded a sense of contentment that Raghav had never known. Curious, Raghav approached the man and asked, "Sir, you seem so peaceful and content. I, on the other hand, have all the wealth I could ever need, yet I feel restless. What is the secret to your tranquility?" The old man opened his eyes and smiled gently. "Ah, my dear merchant, the happiness and peace you seek cannot be found in the constant pursuit of wealth and success. It can only be found in the nectar of spiritual tranquility. You may be rich in material possessions, but if your soul is restless, no amount of wealth will ever bring you true peace." The journey of discovery. Raghav, though skeptical, was intrigued. "But I have so much wealth. I have built an empire, and I am always seeking more. Surely, I will find happiness in acquiring more?" The old man shook his head. "Wealth is fleeting. The happiness and peace attained by those who are content with what they have, and who seek spiritual fulfillment, far surpass the restless pursuit of material gain. The greedy man is always moving from one desire to the next, never satisfied. But those who find joy in the present moment, in the simple pleasures of life, attain a peace that cannot be disturbed." The merchant, still restless, wanted to prove the old man wrong. "You speak of peace, but how can that help a man like me? I have a business to run, a family to support, and many responsibilities. I cannot simply sit and meditate." The old man smiled again. "It is not about abandoning your duties, Raghav. It is about learning to be still within, no matter where you are. The restless man cannot enjoy his successes because he is always looking for the next thing. The wise man finds contentment in what he already has." The old man's wisdom. Raghav listened carefully as the old man continued, "When you are satisfied in your heart, true happiness comes from within. It is not the external circumstances that matter, but the peace you cultivate within yourself. You see, those who seek contentment in material gain are like a traveler constantly moving from one place to another, never reaching their destination. But the one who seeks spiritual peace is like a river that flows steadily, reaching its destination of calmness and tranquility." The old man gestured toward the temple and the surrounding nature. "Look at the trees, the flowers, and the birds. They do not rush. They do not seek more than they need. They are content with what they have, and in their simplicity, they possess a peace that the restless man cannot understand." Raghav's transformation. Raghav left the temple that evening, his mind swirling with thoughts. He had spent his entire life chasing after more wealth, more properties, more success, but had never truly found peace. He realized that he had been so focused on external accomplishments that he had neglected his inner peace. The words of the old man echoed in his mind, "The happiness and peace attained by those satisfied by the nectar of spiritual tranquility is not attained by greedy persons restlessly moving here and there." That night, instead of tossing and turning in his bed, Raghav decided to meditate, just as the old man had done. He closed his eyes, breathed deeply, and focused on calming his thoughts. At first, it was difficult. His mind kept racing with thoughts of his business, his wealth, and his responsibilities. But slowly, as he continued to focus on his breath, he began to feel a sense of peace. It was subtle at first, but it grew over time. The more Raghav practiced meditation and focused on being present in the moment, the more he felt a deep sense of contentment. He realized that he didn't need to constantly be on the move or chasing after the next opportunity. His true happiness came from being satisfied with what he had and finding joy in the present. Over the next few months, Raghav's life changed. He continued to run his business, but now, he did so with a sense of calm and clarity. He no longer felt the need to overextend himself or seek out new ventures. He found joy in simple things, spending time with his family, appreciating the beauty of nature, and enjoying the fruits of his hard work. His relationships deepened, and he became known not just for his wealth, but for his wisdom and peace. The moral of the story. Raghav's story teaches us an important lesson. True happiness and peace come not from the restless pursuit of wealth or success, but from contentment and spiritual tranquility. While it is natural to work hard and seek success, it is equally important to cultivate inner peace and satisfaction with what we have. The greedy person, always chasing after more, will never know true contentment. But the person who finds joy in the present moment and seeks spiritual fulfillment will experience a deep, lasting peace that transcends all material gain. The pursuit of wealth and success will always be there, but the peace attained by those who are content in their hearts is a treasure that no amount of external success can match. True happiness comes from within, and it is only by calming the restlessness of the mind that one can truly find peace. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.